right, today we're going to be talking about an essay in here. Awesome book, all about what's the realistic rep growth timeline percentage. In other words, like how much stronger can I get each week? A simple way to put it. So this is I'm Coach Spiegel here, WarriorResults.com, where I help husbands lose weight, gain muscle, and fix their MDD, fitness MDD, motivation deficit disorder. A lot of people struggle with that. They had no idea that they're struggling with that. So he starts off, awesome book here, Dan John. He coached. He's got a bunch of. He's Olympian, and then he ended up coaching. I don't know what the number is, but he's got a program out there called Easy Strength, and he's been coaching athletes and Olympians for years now, basically since the 60s and 70s, and I guess he holds a number of world records and everything like that. Really smart guy. I learned about him on a podcast. He got interviewed on a podcast on Mike Matthews' Muscle for Life podcast. I was like, wow. And he talked about his concept called Easy Strength, but there's a lot of nuggets in here. It's like basically like you read one a day. It's like 2-3 pages. It's an essay. It's not, and then boom, you're all done like that. So it's kind of like that. So he's got a section here called Realistic Reps and Simple Ideas Most of the Time. These guys says how much strength can get increased. Says the calves can increase in strength 6% a week. Okay, I'm gonna give you these numbers here, and then we're going to kind of formulate some theories, some conclusions after this. So this is for men. I don't know. So if you're a woman watching this, I'd say it's about half these numbers for you, just because men are designed to put on strength, put on mass, put on muscle. It's where we're there. Calves can increase in strength. Oh, okay. Let me give you the percentages. 6% a week. He pulled these out of. Oh, okay. I love this line here. There seems to be this belief that the human body has gone through some massive changes since Thomas DeLorme published Progressive Resistance Exercise, and Theodore Hettinger wrote The Physiology of Strength. I don't know when those books came out, but I think it was a while ago. Those two texts bookend much of my knowledge of the field. So 2 books. I'll have to do some research, figure out what it says. These are authors who studied lots of people, tried different ideas, and came to some brilliant conclusions. And that's it. So calves increase in strength 6%. The glutes, I was amazed by this, 4%. And the triceps, 3%. Biceps, I love to hear this one, 2%. 2%, okay? If you go up, how's this look in the workout realm, okay? Let's say you go up by 1 rep a week. 1 rep a week is, you kind of base this off your 1 rep max. It tends to be about 3%. 3%. Off your 1 rep max. So let's say you're benching 135 times 10. 10th one was, you stayed in the warrior zone, you could have got like 1 or 2 extra more, but you left those in the tank. That's what's called training the warrior zone. And then next week, you did 135 times 11. And again, you had about 1 to 3 reps in the tank. You kind of felt the same on that front. Okay, that's about a 3%-ish growth. My math might be a little off on that. If you punch this into a 1 rep max calculator, and it'll pop out and you compare this number to this number, your 1 rep max calculator, and it'll spit you out a number, and then you compare those, what percent and what percent, and you obviously you do a little math, minus it out like that. Oh, okay, 3% growth. I know that from experience. So I like we talked about this before. Mike Matthews, the double gains method. This is an awesome method for basically your first entire year-ish of your journey, where you go 5 to 7 rep range, and when you hit that 7th rep, you add some weight to it. You add about 5-10 pounds onto it. So let's say you did 135 times 5. The next week you did 135 times 7. Boom, you hit the top of that rep range. You go ahead and add 10 pounds. When you do that, you're going to lose reps. You're going to lose about 1 to 2 reps. Let's say you did 145 times 6 reps. That's about a 3% across. A 3% according to your 1 max. And that is right on par. So let's talk about these numbers for a little bit, shall we? Boom, 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 boom. This works out to like a half a rep. That works out to about 1 to 2 reps. Calves a week. You go ahead and you keep adding muscle. Calves are the fastest repairing, fastest as far as strength. Okay, these are strength numbers. So these are the numbers in strength. You got kind of 3 aspects of your muscles, and then you got hypertrophy, strength, then you have like endurance. And the strength, these are the strength muscles. Just so you know, when you are in the hypertrophy, your muscles are going to repair a little faster. These strength muscles take a long time. Like this here, they take a long time. Hypertrophy does not take as long to recover. And then endurance, you can basically, it's even faster than that. That's why you got people that can run and walk and do bike every single day. There's this one guy, he was a competitive cycler, and he trained like 6 hours a day on his bike. And he's got a marriage podcast, and I forget his name. One Extreme Marriage. Tony Dorenzo. And so he was training for all these races coming up, and it was starting to become a wedge in his marriage, because he would like spend more time on the bike. She's like, the wife called the bike his mistress because he spent more time on that than he did like spending time on her, giving her attention. So that's how you can do that, like 6 hours a day. Boom, 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 boom. Those guys that train for the Ironman competitions and marathons, you know, they can run every single day. Most of the days they still want to rest in there, but going forward. Meanwhile, when you get your strength, you got like one hit of like one set of hitting those strength muscles, or like a couple sets, and then you gotta wait a week. You got like once, twice a week. Your strength muscles heal. This is according to Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Body. He says if you do a set of shoulder laterals like this, when they did the microscopic testing under the microscope and everything like that, says that those muscles there in the strength world healed slower than it would if you get a sunburn. So if you go outside and get a sunburn, you know, you're like, oh, it burns, oh my goodness. And then like each day it like gets a little better, right? So your body's healing from that sunburn. It heals slower from the strength than it does the sunburn. So, and then obviously this is very relative to you. Some people are, again, I'm giving you generalities, and then there's the individualistic details for each one. So what's interesting about this is calves heal fastest, which is really cool. Kind of ask yourself why? Why is that? I was really surprised by this. Glutes. The reason why glutes are there is there's a lot of muscle in your glutes. It's the number one as far as strongest muscle group in your body. Like it's just super powerful. It does a lot. And the girls like it. The girls like nice guys with nice butts. Triceps and biceps, 3%, 2%. Triceps heal a little faster. Biceps heal a little slower. Biceps are probably the slowest. So I would say your chest muscles are probably right around with your glutes. Same thing with your back. I would probably put back and chest probably in this 3. I would say, if I professionally guessed, I'd say it's probably about 3.5%. Probably your back's probably closer to the 4%. There's a lot of muscle in your back. Your lats make up a lot of muscle area. Probably per square inch, not as strong as the glutes, but there's a wider span of it. Chest is pretty powerful, but it's probably right there with the triceps. So whatever the triceps did. So what's that work out to? It's just being, and then kind of the other part of this with strength. So okay, sorry. Let me finish this point here, and then we'll circle back. With your hypertrophy, what happens at, let's say, 6 to 20 rep range? If all you did was live in here, you put on your newbie gains. Let's say, how's this look for muscle mass? You put on your 20-ish pounds of muscle, and then you'd be stuck there, okay? Your potential for unlimited gains resides, that's where I was looking for, in the strength world. Okay, those are the muscle fibers. This one's they get big and then that's it. Strength, you need to keep going back to strength. Keep going back to strength. Keep working that strength, because those are the muscle fibers that have the most potential for growth after hypertrophy. So you kind of you go back in there, back and forth in there. So once you're there, when you reach the top, so let's say 40 to 50 pounds naturally the male body can put on is about 40 to 50 pounds. When you reach the top of that, the harder this gets. Okay, the beginning is pretty simple, standard stuff. So what took 1 week to go up 1 to 2 reps might take 4 weeks. The higher you get to this number here, the closer you get right there. Right now, I'm about like right in the middle. I got about 25 to 30 pounds of mass on me, and so I'm right in the middle of lean building, lean bulking. So I'm right about there, about 25 to 30 pounds of mass. So it takes me about 3-4 weeks to do this, and that's you just gotta accept it. You just gotta accept the time frame. The newbie gains are gone, and there you go from it. So what's cool about this, what's really interesting about this that I came across that I want to pass on to you, is go ahead and work calves quite a bit. If calves are this higher, like most people don't even hit calves in a week, I would go ahead and throw those calves in, like in between sets. You can do a strict calf workout in there. Otherwise, just like in between sets, you're resting a minute, 2 minutes. Just go ahead and do a kind of set of calves. Hit it a couple times a week. Hit it 2-3 times a week. Boom, 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 boom. It's gonna fast. Why I think why it repairs so fast is once they're beat up. After that point, they're going to be used as you walk, as you get up, as you do other things, which means active recovery, which means constant blood flow going to it. So it's just that constant repairing. So this is the other really interesting part. Biceps all us guys want biceps, myself included. And then we have to accept that growth is going to be very slow, 2% a week. So this is all a week. So you just kind of definitely hit your biceps, but let's say your barbell curling, let's say 75 pounds. That means, like, let's say you got 10 pounds. What's 75 times 2%? Like half a pound, right? If it was 1%, I don't know what it is, but it's just like, so the next week would be 77 pounds. The next week after that, well, okay, let's say it was 100 times 1%. That'd be 1 pound a week, right? So yeah, it's about. So if you go up by 2%, that would be 2 pounds. If you're barbell curling 100 pounds, you're only going to go up by 2 pounds a week, which means most gyms don't have 1 pound dumbbells or 1 pound plates. So most of them have like 2.5s and 5s, so which means you're going to be sliding on 2.5s once every 4 weeks. I might be off on that one, on the math, which is really slow, right? Compared to like 3 times the growth with the calves. So that's slow. So no wonder like guys get frustrated and then they start pushing things a little too fast. Or worse, they're not even aware of this. They just keep sticking to the same weights. I was just at the gym this morning, and there's a guy that I've been seeing there showing up regularly for a year, and he just grabs the same dumbbells, and he does the same curls, and he gets the pump, and then he goes off. And he's grabbing that same set of dumbbells his whole trajectory, whole fitness trajectory. So hope that helps. That's the realistic rep growth according to that. So without further ado, we'll let you get to it. Have an awesome day. Take care.